ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. So today we are reading from third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 14th chapter, 18th verse. Can you display please? सर्वाश्रमानुपादाय स्वाश्रमेण कलत्रवान् व्यसनार्णवम् अत्येति जलयानैर अथार्वणम्. Synonyms: Sarva, all; Ashraman, social orders; Upadaya, completing; Swa, own; Ashramena, by the social orders; Kalatravan, the person living with a wife; Vyasana Arnavam, a dangerous ocean of material existence; Atyeti, one can cross over; Jalayanai, with seagoing vessels; Yatha, as Arnavam, the ocean. Translation: as one can cross over the ocean with seagoing vessels, one can cross the dangerous situation of the material ocean by living with a wife. There are 4 social orders for cooperation in the endeavor of liberation from material existence. The orders of brahmacharya, the pious student life, household life with wife, retired life, and renounced order of life, all depend for successful advancement on the householder who lives with a wife. This cooperation is essential for the proper functioning of the institution of the 4 social orders and the 4 spiritual orders of life. This Vedic Varnashram system is generally known as caste system. The man who lives with a wife has a great responsibility in maintaining the members of the other social orders: the brahmacharis, the vanaprasthas, sannyasis. Except for the grihasthas, the householders, everyone is supposed to engage in spiritual advancement of life. Therefore, the brahmachari, the vanaprastha, and sannyasi have a very little time to earn livelihood. They therefore collect their alms from the grihasthas. Thus, they secure the bare necessities of life and cultivate spiritual understanding. By helping the other 3 societies, sections of society, cultivate spiritual values, the householder also makes advancement in spiritual life. Ultimately, every member of society automatically becomes spiritually advanced and easily crosses the ocean of nations. Hare Krishna. Amagyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupak Kada Mayam Dadati Swa Padantikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is a verse about all of us, grihasthas, family members, one who have entered the grihastha ashram. So let's start from basics and beginning. That is Chaturvarnam Maya Sistam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Sri Krishna is told in Bhagavad Gita that I have made these four orders of life, four social orders and four spiritual orders. Four social orders are Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. Brahmachari means one who is a student. That is first 25 years of life of austerity, of regulation of senses, and cultivating knowledge under the guidance of the spiritual master. That means one spends approximately, if life is considered to be 100 years, then 1/4 of life one is supposed to spend studying the scriptures and studying the means by which one can earn the livelihood, become qualified. Then there is grihastha ashram. That means one accepts wife or husband and enters into family life, beget children, earn money, and enjoy limited sources of sense gratification. Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Religiosity, earning money, sense gratification, and attaining moksha, liberation. Then one, after having run the family life very successfully, grown up children, then one is supposed to retire from active family life, active earning life, go on pilgrimage, talking about Krishna, preaching about Krishna, to visit holy places, and develop renunciation from the household life. And after that, the last fourth of life, last 1/4 of life is supposed to be renouncing the grihastha life altogether and accept sannyas and travel and preach only the doctrine of Krishna consciousness. This is social order. Spiritual order is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahmana is Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. One who knows the science of Krishna consciousness is Brahmana. One who lives the life of Krishna consciousness is a Brahmana. One who has the realization of the Brahman, the ultimate supreme personality of Godhead, and whose life is based on that is Brahmana. One who leads a society, all the four classes of men, to run their life in Krishna consciousness is a Brahmana. Kshatriya is one who is administrator or a warrior or a fighter who Kshat Trayate iti Kshatriya. Kshati Trayate, that means one who prevents damage of one's life, of others' life, from endangering entities and protect their Krishna consciousness and their other safeties. This is called Kshatriya. Kshatriya is not just one who is with weapon. Kshatriya is one who cannot tolerate injustice at any point of light in any single place of the earth. In front of him, if any injustice is taking place, which is harming the living entities or human beings, then he takes out his weapon and does the needful, maintains the law and order. The third order is Vaishya. Vaishya means Krishi Vanijya. That means he cultivates the ground and grows the grains and fruits and vegetables. He does the trade. He protects the cows, Go Raksha, and he maintains the trade of the living entities to survive. And fourth class is called Shudra. It is not a condemnable class. It is a class in Varnashrama, very respectable order of life. But the most fortunate one is to assist everybody, to serve everybody, to serve the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, and the Vaishya. Do whatever is needful to please them, to maintain the order of life. So these 4+4 categories of life were originally created by Krishna to somehow or other help each and everybody to live according to their own tendency or proclivity or desire and make progress towards attaining the Supreme Lord in this very lifetime. Which means the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and Shudra, they have equal opportunity to attain the Lord. Only thing is their duties are different. But a Shudra, when he is perfectly acting as a Shudra, that means not condemn life, as we generally, when we call Shudra, it's like a bad word. It's like, no, curse. But it is not so. A Shudra is a person who is very much within the Varnashram system, very respectable, and he has much more chances to attain the Lord because he's in Dasanudas mode. He serves everybody in very humble demeanor. At the same time, the goal of life of a brahmachari or a grihastha or a vanprastha or sannyasi is the same. It's not the different thing. When a sannyasi is preaching, giving up family life, he has to attain the Lord. A grihastha who has money, who has wife, who has children, property, house, graha kshetra sut apto vittai, he has a house, he has land, he has children, he has money, he has relatives, he has prapancha, that's the worldly activities. But his goal of life is to attain the Lord. Brahmachari is studying scriptures, regulating and controlling his senses. His goal of life is to attain the Lord. And one who is completed family life, is traveling and preaching the message of the Lord. His goal of life also is to attain the Lord. Every ashram and every varna has been created in such a way that finally they all lead to Krishna. And most important, I repeat, the most important aspect is that they have equal opportunities to attain the Lord, and they have same goal of life. It is not different. We grihasthas do not have different goal of life, and the sannyasis do not have different goal of life. It's just a matter of social convenience that we fit in somewhere, and it's like the train. When we board the train, we may be in the unreserved compartment where there's no confirmed seat, but you are just in and traveling. There may be a lot of trouble. Or you may be in 3-tier reserved compartment. Or you may be in 2-tier reserved compartment. Or you may be in first class air-conditioned compartment. Wherever you are, the goal of the train is to reach the same destination. Only thing, your levels of comfort are different. The struggles are different. So the train will take everybody, the through 2-tier, 3-tier, first class, air conditioned, unreserved, everybody, all passengers are reaching the same goal, the same destination. So amongst all this, the second category, the grihastha, is the only category which earns money. No other three are not supposed to earn money. They're supposed to simply dedicate their life to live Krishna consciousness and preach Krishna consciousness. And a grihastha is the only ashram where officially one earns money, is allowed to earn money, in fact also allowed to amass money if possible as per the karma. There is no harm that one has to live frugally, one can live luxuriously, one can earn a lot of money, but the money earning source, the method of earning has to be Krishna conscious, has to be honest. The expenditure, when we spend the money, it has to be for Krishna conscious purposes. The extra money that one has to be engaged in Krishna service, and also to maintain brahmachari, vanprastha and sannyasis. And when they make tremendous progress by dedicating their life to Krishna consciousness, by helping them, the grihastha also makes advancement because he's helping the people to dedicate their life in Krishna consciousness. So his donation becomes Krishna consciousness. His donation becomes Krishna himself. I am that money who is in service to my devotees or to me. That money becomes Krishna conscious. The money becomes pure. The money loses the quality of creating fights and hypocrisy. The money which is not in service to Krishna gives rise to desire for sense gratification, causing entanglement in the material world of birth, old age, disease and death, and it also causes hypocrisy and quarrel, which are the symptoms of Kali Yuga. So money cannot lie idle. The money has to be in use to serve Krishna. The money, if it is not used in service to Krishna, it causes fights. It causes distress. Nobody's become happy just because they have earned money and they have resource to enjoy sense gratification, because the money itself is a source of misery. And extra money is more extra in giving the misery. And we have to live life according to dharma, using all our resources, Lakshmi, money, to serve the Lord, to serve the devotees of the Lord. Then how much ever money we have, like Yudhishthir Maharaj, the wealth of the whole world doesn't contaminate. It is said the money contaminates, and money contaminates absolutely. One statement is money contaminates, 100% it contaminates, and it contaminates absolutely. There is no dilution. Money has the power to contaminate impurities in the consciousness. But this money that we earn should be used to maintain our Krishna consciousness, our children's Krishna consciousness, our wife's Krishna consciousness, our house to be made Krishna conscious atmosphere, to serve the Lord and devotees in the house, worship the Lord, and thus serve everybody. So this, it is explained in this verse that one who lives with a wife is a very safe person. One who lives with a wife is a very easy way to attain Sri Krishna. Now, what kind of husband or wife we should live with? If we uh, get married to a man or a woman, I mean, lady gets married to a man or a man gets married to a lady, we have to see that the goal of life is to attain Krishna. We have to make sure that if the goal of life is to enjoy sense gratification, then it only ends in misery. All the attempts of enjoyment separate from Krishna only ends in misery, and that too a very serious misery. It's not just minor disturbances here and there. And when we live life of limited enjoyments, but keeping focus on Krishna, keeping our goal of life as Krishna, then that grihastha life is a very happy life. As a priest, I conduct many marriages, and we are supposed to give some speech during the wedding in between. So irrespective of what kind of wedding we are doing, we speak the same thing. We say that married life is supposed to be expressing love for each other in the name of Krishna. Love is possible only in the name of Krishna. Otherwise, there is no love in the material world. It's all selfishness, it's all calculation, it's all desire for sense gratification, desire to enjoy. But when that desire to enjoy is dovetailed, keeping Krishna in the center, and we keep the Lord in the center all the time. It's not that, oh, in the morning I keep the Lord in the center, in daytime money is center, in the evening sense gratification is center, night sleep is the center. No. Krishna is the center of our life all throughout the life. Whether we are just married, about to be married, we have children, we have grown-up children, we have a lot of money, we have no money, we have small house, we have big house, we have small family, a big family, we have a lot of relatives, we have a lot of property, we have no property. In all the conditions of life, when Krishna is in the center, then only there is peace, happiness, and satisfaction. An example given is Yudhishthir Maharaj and Draupadi and Pandavas. They were in the palace of Hastinapur. They were Krishna conscious. They were happy. And they were in the forest. They were paupers. They had no even footwear to walk on, no penny to spend on. Only live off the roots and herbs in the forest and in the huts made of leaves. But that time also they were Krishna conscious. They were happy. They were not cursing the Lord. What is the use of being a devotee of the Lord? We are the devotees of the Lord. We give our life to the Lord, and look at us. We are in the forest. We have no cooked food. We only have roots and herbs to eat. You never hear Pandavas or Draupadi or Yudhishthira Maharaj Yudhishthira Maharaj had inclination, proclivity to serve the devotees and sadhus and rishis and munis in the Hastinapur palace, also in the forest of Kamivan. In fact, he was serving the devotees of the Lord much, much more than what he was serving the devotees in the palace. This is what Mahabharata says. So we have to understand that गृहे थाको वन्य थाको सदा हरि बोले डाको सुखे दुखे बोले नाको वदने हरि नाम करो रे. You have to understand whether a wealthy or pauper, whether we are in the household life or in the forest mendicant life. Keep Krishna in the center. Take the name of the Lord in the happiness or sorrow. Chant holy name, chant the holy name of the Lord, chant Hare Krishna, and be happy. That is a simple formula given by Thakur Bhakti Vinod. So it is explained that when you have a wife who is chaste, who is loyal, who is a devotee of the Lord, then her presence in your life can take you back home, back to Godhead. Because a wife can destroy you or a wife can construct you. Wife can destroy you if she encourages you for sense gratification, or she exploits your resources for her sense gratification. Then she ruins her spiritual life and she ruins your spiritual life also. When wife is Krishna conscious, she helps the husband not to get deviated from the path of salvation. She keeps the husband on the right track. Even when the husband gets injured, mentally or physically, or gets broken-hearted, or gets damaged by the social realities, then he comes home and under the shelter of wife, he gets healed, he gets repaired, he gets rejuvenated, and again goes back on the mission of his life and fights the mission of the life, keeps himself on the track by the guidance and shelter of wife. Often we give an example of a boat. Boat. The boat is sailing far and wide in the ocean. Sometimes gets dashed with the rock, gets broken, gets injured. And the boat comes at the, what do you call that? The bank where there's a garage, the repairing garage. Boat comes to the land and gets repaired, gets healed, gets fit to go back again in the ocean, to trade the ocean. So wife is like that bank of the ocean, where you have place to rest, place to recuperate, place to rejuvenate, place to get encouraged, get strength back, get healed, and go back again in the mission of life. Again get tired and come back, get healed and go back. And that is wife. A real wife is the best friend of a genuine husband. In marriage, when we do our rituals, all of us should know that 3/4 of the rituals in the wedding are meant for the lady, for the girl or the bride. And 1/4 are the rituals meant for men. Why? Because in the household life, in the grihastha ashram, 75% responsibility of running the household is with women. And 25% responsibility is with the man. The man's job is only to earn money and give protection, give encouragement. And the women does everything. Women does the trade, women does the economics, women cooks, women produces children, bears the children, gets pregnant, bears all the difficulties and the deliveries and breastfeeding, giving the culture to the children, Krishna conscious culture, raising the children, giving them character, giving them substance of life, giving them Krishna consciousness, everything the wife does. The husband has to only protect such a wife from all mental, physical, social, economical dangers, familial dangers, protect herself, give her confidence, stand by her, and give money, provide money to run the show. That's all. And father gives discipline, but mother gives character. So we chant so many mantras in the wedding as a prayer for the girl to strengthen her, to give her strong foundation of support and wish good for her. Because she is the one who follows all the vows. She does all the tapasya, all the austerities, gives foundation to the house, to the husband, to the children, and uplifts the household to a level where all the family members can attain Krishna. That's why in my preaching model, which I used to practice in my early days when I used to preach, what I would do, I would somehow get close and friendly with the wife or the lady of the house and try and make her Krishna conscious. When she becomes Krishna conscious, the kitchen is in her hand. Then she learns to cook offer prasad, and offer food to Krishna, make prasad and feed everybody. And when because of that activity of coming from kitchen, and the kitchen is in Krishna consciousness, then every member of the family very soon becomes Krishna conscious. And if you go on preaching the husband, it takes first of a long time, and then one becomes a husband and wife is not cooperative, then he has a lot of struggle to make the household Krishna conscious. But when wife becomes Krishna conscious, it becomes very easy to make the whole household make progress in Krishna consciousness. So the wife who is Krishna conscious is intelligent, very loving, and lovingly she molds everybody in the fold of Krishna consciousness. That's why in the household, when the wife is in Krishna consciousness, wife is Krishna conscious, the whole household makes very swift progress in bhakti. So all of us, we have to be very humble, honest enough, all the men, that our Krishna conscious existence in grihastha life depends on the Krishna consciousness of our wife. Very much depends, right from the food to maintain the economics, to give the character to the children, raise the children, every single thing, the majority of responsibility is with the wife or with the mother. So they remain at the background and they encourage the husband to go in front and lead the whole thing. But they cannot lead unless there is support from behind of Krishna conscious wife. The 5 Pandavas were great, but they were great because they had one wife that was so chaste and so Krishna conscious. At many times they were agitated. She calmed them down. They wanted to kill Ashwatthama. She said no. They wanted to do so many things. But she said no. I don't want my Guru Mata to cry on loss of her son as I am crying at the loss of my 5 sons. I know what the pain is like. I don't want her to suffer the same pain, even though she has only one, I have 5. So many times she behaved very amazingly and astonishingly. Where commonly, if you should have ordered, yes, kill this rascal Ashwatthama, nobody would have objected. Nobody would have said it's wrong. But she said exactly opposite. She was amazing personality. So this kind of compassion, kindness, soft-heartedness is only possible with women. God has made women in a very with special time and special understanding. It's called as fair sex. Amongst the sex called fair sex. That means she has gentleness, she has love, she has affection, she has capacity to train, influence through many ways, through sweet words, through sweet food, nice food, through all the various means. She has power to help us to advance in Krishna consciousness. So all those who are husbands who are trying to pursue Krishna consciousness, they have to be utmost grateful to their wives who are Krishna conscious. Only when the wife is sufficiently Krishna conscious, she helps the husband progress in Krishna consciousness, and she helps the husband not to fall down from Krishna consciousness. She helps him to prevent fall downs or deviation from Krishna consciousness. She is Artheshu. She, from the financial point of view, she is a finance minister. From the food point of view, she is a mother. She feeds like a mother. She maintains the house like a finance minister. She is an expert trade personality. She knows how to trade things, how to get household maintained well. And she protects on various levels. She gives encouragement. To any husband who is lost his confidence, she gives shelter and confidence and encouragement. So from all point of view, in our Vedic life, women are not considered subordinate or lower than a man. There's nothing like lower and higher. Both of them are on equal platform and they are complementary to each other. What things the woman cannot do, the man does. What the man cannot do, the woman does. And when they live together in the name of Krishna and serve Krishna, then they become a perfect complementary unit. Like we have ball and socket. They fit in well and do the job nicely. So when there is husband and wife, they have different propensities, but they are complementary. They are supposed to be complementary to make life very successful and happy and glorious. Hare Krishna. And in this situation, where even if the husband and wife both are very highly Krishna conscious, still there can be differences. There can be difference of opinion. There can be sometimes fights also. But we have to understand that we are two different people. Mamai Vancho Jivaloki Jivaputa Sanasana. Individually, both are individual souls. Two different people, two different personalities. They're not like robots. Same two robots are there. They do the same functions at home. They don't have any clashes. No, they are not robots. They are people. They are having different personalities. And when there are different personalities, there are different opinions. So how to make the grihastha life successful? That we expect differences. We don't expect all times only agreement. Both are on the same opinion. Always we have same opinion. No, both will have different opinion. Then we expect that. When we expect differences, we also accept the differences. Very happily, joyfully accept that there are differences. We happily agree to disagree. And third is, we don't not only expect and accept, but we also respect the differences. We respect each other's individuality. We don't fight on that whole life because I am different than you. I like hot tea, you like cold tea. I like air conditioner, you like fan. There are different personalities. I like sour things and you like only sweet things. We are made like that. Everybody is different in this material world. But when there is cooperation, when there is understanding, when there is maturity, then the differences becomes our strength. Then we adore the differences. We respect the differences. We encourage each other. We appreciate one another. And that's how the life becomes successful. We focus on our similarities rather than harping on our differences. We harp on our differences, life becomes miserable. We make it miserable. When we understand, we respect each other's opinion and give each other space to live in their own individuality and remain Krishna conscious, even though there are differences. The key point is Krishna consciousness. If Krishna is in the center of both of their lives, then with hundreds of differences, life becomes a joyful experience. But if there is a lot of similarity in each other's personality, but you're not Krishna conscious, misery has to be there. And Krishna conscious life is susukam kartum avyayam. Krishna conscious life means constantly giving increasing joy, not little joy or some joy. Krishna consciousness means ever increasing joyful life. And that is possible by keeping Krishna in the center. Even though when there are differences, there is a situation of also almost divorce. We live together in the name of Krishna because we have higher purpose for living, not harping on the differences. When we live for Krishna, we can digest the differences. When we live for ourselves, the differences become intolerable. Love becomes immediate hatred when there is no Krishna consciousness. When Krishna consciousness is there, love develops and love grows. And miseries vanish, disappear. In fact, when there is love and understanding, miseries don't seem to affect us. We cross over the miseries. So the grihastha ashram is not condemnable by the renounced order of life, like brahmachari, vanprastha, sannyasi. And vanprastha and brahmachari and sannyasi life is not to be condemned as useless life. They are not productive. They are useless parasites, bumps on the society. That's not the right thing. The grihasthas need to respect the renounced order of life, and the brahmachari, sannyasi, vanprastha are supposed to respect the grihasthas. Thinking that, see, they have children, they have wife, they have property, they have business, they have work to do, but still they are so much dedicated to Krishna. So I respect grihasthas. And grihasthas say, see, we have so many resources for sense gratification. We have wealth, we have objects of enjoyment, we have freedom and liberty to enjoy. Look at these great souls who have no ties and no attachments in the world, and they are only dedicated full time in Krishna consciousness. Thus, they feel that we are fallen and they are great. And the renounced order thinks that, see, I have nothing to get entangled. These people have so many things to get entangled, but they are still Krishna conscious. And this way, when both parties appreciate in each other, the whole society makes progress in Krishna consciousness. There is no condemnation from either side to other side. So at home level, there is no condemnation in husband, wife, and children. And in social structure, there is no condemnation from this group to that group. Each one is engaged in Krishna consciousness, and each one is serving Krishna and appreciating each other, looking at their desire to go ahead in the given situations of life. So whatever conditions we are in, by the desire of the Lord, is perfect actually. I should not feel condemned myself that I am in a grihastha situation. I wish I should have been a brahmachari or a sannyasi. And a sannyasi brahmachari should not feel, oh, I don't have any resources. Look at this man, he has so much money, so much wealth, so much resources, and he is so highly Krishna conscious. I wish I could have been a grihastha, earning money like him and having independence and liberty and capacity to donate and give money and serve the devotees. I don't have any resources. This grihastha has so much resources. How I wish I should have become a grihastha. No, both situations are perfect and complementary to each other. And if they are respectful to each other, the whole society makes progress in service to Krishna. So thank you very much. There is a lot to say on this subject matter. It's a very deep subject matter of grihastha life and how glorious is grihastha ashram. The glories are unlimited and not of only grihastha life. Every ashram life is very glorious. As long as each ashram is attached to Krishna and trying to attain Krishna, each ashram is equally glorious. Just one has to follow in the right perspective the principles of each ashram. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this beautiful Krishna Katha, which is very applicable to most of us.
Yes.
If not all of us. Most of us are grihasthas. And it's very interesting because you answered a question I asked yesterday, even though you were not here. But you answered the question so beautifully. Dear devotees, if anyone may have questions, comments, reflections, realizations you may want to ask or share, please indicate by using the hand emoji or your physical hand, and you'll be asked to unmute to ask your question. But what I was saying, Prabhuji, was because the previous verse, which is verse 17, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada was saying that if a wife follows the husband and the husband is Krishna conscious, then the wife can also be liberated. So I was asking what happens the other way around, because I see that oftentimes, especially in our ISKCON, I may be wrong, but this is my observation, that most of the times the women are more devotional than the men. And so if a wife is very devotional, can she also help the husband? And I think you answered that question today.
The women have the power of love or power of being emotional. And through the power of love and emotions, they can mold the husband on the right path. I've seen many families where the husbands are not Krishna conscious and wives are Krishna conscious, and they just remain tolerant, and out of love, they just are able to mold the husbands in the course of time. They just keep serving the husband prasadam, cook prasadam, and keep serving prasadam, very gentle with them, not argue with them, not keep on coaxing them for what they are not doing, but remain patient, and through their emotional strength, what we call as emotional quotient, EQ, with their EQ that they naturally have, if they use it very intelligently, then they can change the life of the husband, mold the life of the husband, redirect the goal of the life of the husband. We have seen practically, it's not just a matter of philosophy and theory. They have tremendous emotional quotient, and that has to be utilized to serve the Lord and inspire the dependents. Dependents are children and husband. They are dependent emotionally on the wife or mother, and wife is dependent financially and protection point of view on the husband and the children in the course of time. But at no point of time the women are less important. They are very powerful emotionally, and they can mold the whole household into Krishna consciousness, and that is a fact. Only thing is, the wife has a emotional nature, the husband has a strong disciplinary nature, is not emotional, and then they balance each other, they complement each other by that. Wife has more nature of attachment to the household, to family members. The husband has a nature of renunciation, he gets easily detached. But to grow the children, this balance is required. You require love and emotions, and you also require discipline. And both parties, when come together in union, in cooperation, then the child develops a very great character. We need emotional support, and we also need discipline, by which the life can get into a great character. Yes?
Well, thank you, Prabhuji. I just want to say, if you are not already a counselor, I will humbly suggest that you consider that, because
Repeat again.
I said, if you are not already a counselor,
I suggest counselor.
Counselor, yes, like counseling people, especially like married couples. If you're not already one, my humble suggestion is you probably might consider being one, because the way you spoke today is so beautiful that no matter what friction married couples are going through, you can bring them together in a very peaceful, congenial manner. So that is very beautiful. Anybody with any question, comment, realizations you may want to ask question, please remember our speaker is in India, so his time is a little late. So we'd like to be as swift as we possibly can.
Yeah, Madhuvan has a question.
Yes, Madhuvan Prabhu, please, you may unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for giving us this very lecture. It's very straightforward, and I really appreciate it very well. If you follow it. But my concern is that the peculiarity of this present time first and foremost, the problem of equality between the husband and wife. The equality between husband and wife. Generally, they say that there cannot be two masters in a ship. two captains of a ship. So then secondly, the responsibility of maintaining the family, so it's very gross for the man. So what the man expects is just respect from the wife.
So Sadhya Prabhu,
and once this
rephrase
respect,
the question.
Yeah, Prabhuji. His question is on equality.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is saying, he's asking the man is responsible to take care of the house. Hold on. Please, if you are not speaking, mute yourself, please. Okay, sorry. Yeah. He's saying that if one is married, a husband, it is his responsibility to take care of the household. You wouldn't expect the woman to be in charge of that. And it says there are no two captains on a ship. So if the man and the woman are equal, then what happens in the household? This is his question. Oh, you are muted, Prabhuji. Now we cannot hear you.
The equality.
Okay, good.
Equality is on the spiritual platform.
Okay.
But practically, the husband earns money and gives protection and leads the family. But how can he lead the family unless the support is given by wife? He may be earning tons of money. He may be having a lot of securities and safeties. But if he is not supported by an able wife who takes care of the household, maintains the household, takes care of children, gives birth to children, encourages them to develop good character, the husband cannot lead without this support. So he takes the position of leader as a humble servant of the wife and children. That is the perfect situation. Leader doesn't mean that he dominates and he controls and he rules them. It's not like that. The wife is a natural leader. The husband is a natural leader, but in service to wife and children. That mood has to be adopted. The mood of controllership, proprietorship, and enjoyment is adopted, then there is ruination, there is destruction. So the husband is in the mood of servant of the servant. And the wife is in the same mood of serving the husband and children. So apparently, socially, the husband is leader, but the wife leads with emotional care.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. You made a good point.
Yeah. Shri Govinda Prabhu, you have question. Please you may unmute. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Shri Govinda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much. And my respectful obeisances to you. And my obeisances to the devotees. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Yeah, your delivery today is very amazing and it's very practical and very, very satisfying to some of the doubts that we, the grihasthas, have. Sometimes different speakers speaks and one becomes very much depressed and thinking that is there any hope for me as a grihastha to go back to Godhead? Just 3 days ago, I was speaking to one friend devotee of mine about this subject matter, and the wondering was, if this is the case, then there's no hope. But we also console ourselves that Sri Krishna look at our intentions,
yes,
but not our deeds actually. he actually enjoy our devotion, but not a performance. So that, granted us a little bit of hope. But now my question is, Prabhu, you explained very nicely, nice answers to Saudi Prabhu question, but it's a build-up question from there that we most often speak about a man delivering the woman back to Godhead. That if a man goes back to Godhead and a chaste wife follow the husband to Godhead or to whatever destination the man is going, the wife goes there. So my question is, there are sometimes, you remember the story of Savitri. Savitri was able to bring back her dead husband, was able to convince Yamaraj. Dhruva Maharaj was able to deliver his mother when he was going back to Godhead. He asked the Vishwarupas, what about my mother? And Vishwarupas told him, your mother is already in front of us. So sometimes we may get married to a saintly woman, a devotee who is actually going back to Godhead in this lifetime. Now, if that devotee wife goes back to Godhead, that she also has that power, the ability, can her devotion also take the husband back to Godhead?
Yes, very much. She is actually the one who leads the whole family in Krishna consciousness. She has the power to do that, and she utilizes her power completely. Then she can take her husband also back to Godhead by her power of devotion. Vice versa, when the wife is not Krishna conscious, husband is highly Krishna conscious, he can take wife back to Godhead also. It's a complementary life. Basically, it's not competitive life. It is a complementary life to each other, life of love and dedication and service to each other, and that takes everybody back to Godhead. So when you are walking in the race, somebody has to become first, somebody is second, somebody is last. But finally, there is one leader who takes everybody ahead, and all of those who are first and in the middle and the last, all of them reach the goal because of the help and encouragement of the leader. So sometimes wife can take the lead, sometimes husband can take the lead, because both are Krishna conscious. It doesn't matter. Sometimes there is up and down in husband and wife life. In spirituality, doesn't matter. Both are supposed to help each other rise from the level they are in. So nobody is condemned for their lag. The wife is not condemned because she is behind, or a husband is not condemned because he is behind. It's a question of situation. And at times the wife takes lead, at times husband takes lead, but both are looking at each other with compassion and love and encouragement.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. We saw the example of Savitri, like I really said, and also Dhruva Maharaj in the scriptures. So is there any scriptural reference to what you're saying, like a woman delivered a husband and a family? Is there any a scriptural reference, please?
More example, at the moment of time I don't remember, but there are many more examples where the wives have helped the husband. Yes. Any other question?
Anyone with any question? Prabhuji.
I have
Dr.
Pratibha.
Dr. Pratibha, do you have something to ask? Please give me a mute.
You have a question?
No.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you for enlightening me.
My MBBS medical college classmate.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
We studied together, medical college.
Oh, thank you for giving us the association.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
And at present, I'm at Andaman.
She's on an island. India owns an island.
Thank you.
Andaman.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right.
On the tour from there. Online.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have this question, if you may help clarify it for me.
Yes.
That is, we hear, like you rightly said, the Chatru, Varana, and Ashram.
Yes.
Brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi. So there is a stage that the grihastha will have to become vanaprastha and then become sannyasi. Now there is also the saying in the scriptures that if a man is fortunate enough to have a devotional wife, a devotee wife, then there is no need to renounce him. So yes. my question is, who moves from grihastha to vanaprastha to sannyasi, and then who stays in the grihastha till maybe Vishwarupas or Maharaj come for them? Who are those
very
people?
Simple. It's a very simple thing to understand. The transition from grihastha ashram to vanaprastha or sannyas is not artificial. It's a natural process. At the same time, it is not controlled by us. It is governed by Guru Maharaj. You have to take his blessings. If I want to take, suppose, sannyas, for example, first I need to get blessings of my wife and my Guru Maharaj. If the blessings of wife is not there, your sannyas is bogus. Your renunciation is a bogus activity. And there is no absolute need to transit between grihastha and sannyasi. There is no need. As I told repeatedly, that each ashram has equal opportunities to go back to Godhead, to go back to Krishna.
Yes.
So it is not that you are lower than a sannyasi or sannyasi is higher than you. As long as you are Krishna conscious, you are equal.
Yeah.
Prabhupada said that a grihastha who follows all the principles of grihastha ashram is equal to a sannyasi. It's called a grihastha sannyasi. If he follows dharma, he is dedicated to Brahma, dharma, he is surrendered to dharma in his life, then he is not even iota less than a sannyasi. Because a grihastha also can travel and preach. He also can give lectures on dharma to innocent people. He can travel. He can use his resources to travel and give knowledge to people. Sannyasi does the same thing. He doesn't have his own resource. He takes the grihastha resource and travels and preaches. The principle is same. If you come to a situation where you are no more doing sense gratification in married life and simply dedicate yourself to the mission of the Lord, then you are not less than a sannyasi, although you are holding a wife and children. So there is no need. If one is Krishna conscious, then there is no need to change the ashram. You can remain wherever you are, and as a grihastha also you can attain the kingdom of God. Bhaktivinoda had 10 children. He was a magistrate, richest person, influential person. He didn't change. He didn't become the sannyasi. He was dedicated in his life. Right? When he had children also he was dedicated. When they grew up, then also he was a dedicated personality. The point is not which ashram you are in. The point is how much Krishna conscious you are in the given ashram. That is the question.
Yeah.
There is no question of competitiveness or comparison between the two. We don't do comparison between us and sannyasis. Neither we compete with them, neither they compete with us. We live a life of harmony and appreciation. There is no need.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Prabhuji. As you were speaking, I just went back to the verse we're discussing today. And it's so interesting. I don't know why I didn't catch it, but Srila Prabhupada said just what you're saying. Srila Prabhupada says, ultimately, every member of society automatically becomes spiritually advanced and easily crosses the ocean of nations. Yeah.
Keep your focus on Krishna wherever you are. Whether you're a student, whether you're a family man, whether you're a traveling mendicant, whether you're a sannyasi, you are supposed to and expected to keep your focus on Krishna. Not on the cloth, white or saffron.
Yeah.
Not on the hairstyle, long hair or no hair. That is not important. What is important is where your heart is. We have to keep our heart at the feet of the Lord all the time.
Yeah. I think it's a challenge.
Mama mana mandire raho nishidina Krishna Murari, Krishna Murari. Whether you are a grihastha, whether you are a sannyasi, grihe thako, varne thako, sada hari bole dako, sukhe dukhe bole nako, vadane Harinaam karo re. The happiness or sorrow, whether grihastha or sannyasi, chant Hare Krishna.
Well, thank you, Prabhu. I think the mindset we have that kind of disturbs most of us is just like the question Madhavan Prabhu was asking, two captains on a boat. When we begin to think of who is the controller, who is the master, then there is a problem. But like you're saying, if everybody understands that we're complementing each other, then where is the problem?
Yeah.
But this is the mindset most of us have, that I am the controller. She has to be controlled. And it creates problems.
When you compete for controller position, you only invite misery. When you complement each other with love and encouragement, there is joy and bliss.
Yeah.
Most of the times we are competing and trying to control. But that doesn't bring any happiness. That only brings misery. It disrupts your peace and stability in life. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Prabhuji, we're going to bring this to a close. But before we do that, Prabhuji, if you may offer us a concluding remark. And then we will
concluding remark is like this. The same line which I repeat everywhere in the world. Sukhe dukhe bole nako vadane Harinaam karo re. Don't worry about the ashram. Don't worry about the situation you are in. Just chant Hare Krishna and be happy wherever you are.
Jai.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Dear devotees, we're going to humbly request you all to kindly unmute yourselves, and we all with one love, one heart, one voice, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to our great speaker, His Grace Dr. Vishwarup Prabhu, for sharing his love and wisdom with us all today. Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Prabhu ki jai.